Hi, welcome to Thistle Hill. I thought it was about time to give you an update. The vegetable garden, everything's still doing good. We've planted some tomatoes, I think, since I've recorded last, so you can see them. These are some cherry tomatoes, 4 plants on either side of the beets. And all the tomatoes we planted are indeterminate, which means they're vining tomatoes. And my husband's plan is to try to grow them up the trellis and see how that works. So we'll keep you posted on that as time goes on. What you're seeing here in the foreground are the beets. They're looking really, really good. They're getting close to being ready to harvest. You can see one peeking out there, right there. Not quite big enough, but making some progress. So those are all beets that are in the foreground. Now I'll take you around here to some more tomatoes. These are not the cherry type of tomatoes, they're the full-size tomatoes, so they're actually doing pretty well since they've only been in the ground for maybe a week and a half or 2 weeks. We've had some hot weather, so they're doing pretty well. So those are both on the sides of the cattle panel cages, and then in the middle we have our Swiss chard, which we had to replant. If you remember, we've actually harvested some of it already twice, so it's doing well for our purposes. Yeah, Swiss chard is just such a beautiful plant. It's a member of the beet family, if you think it looks similar to the beets. Actually a member of the beet and the spinach family. If you look on ahead, my carrots have grown a lot. They are liking the hot weather. I actually thinned some of them and pulled up some little baby tomatoes, and not tomatoes, baby carrots, and they're just so cute. And they taste so much better than what you buy in the supermarket. So those are our carrots. The cucumbers on either side of this cattle panel, they're starting to grow, and hopefully they'll start trailing and vining up the cattle panels. The lettuce, we're still harvesting some lettuce, which is awesome. We eat it almost every day. And last we pulled the spinach up because it had gone to seed. It had bolted, and so we pulled it up. We'll replant it in the fall. And there's the green beans, which, let me take you over there and show you that some of them are actually starting to grab hold of the cattle panel trellis and vine up the trellis. I just think they're kind of cute the way they do that. So that's the top tier of the vegetable garden. The bottom tier or middle tier here, we've got only a few of the bush beans that actually germinated, so we'll keep those. And then we planted a bunch of different varieties of pepper plants, which I'll take you. I think we had 19 to start with. We lost a couple, so I don't know. We're going to have an abundance of peppers. And along the cattle panel there, we planted, just last night, we planted some miniature pumpkin and some small sweet crimson watermelon plants. So I'll keep you posted on those. Here are some tomatoes that we're just going to let grow naturally. We're not going to train them. We're just going to let them grow in the cages will contain them. So the last thing on this row, we just planted a few spaghetti squash over here on the left, and a few more acorn squash to have up here. We have a lot more down in the lower garden, which I'll give you an update on that sometime soon. So that's it for Thistle Hill Vegetable Garden. Hope you guys enjoyed the visit.